Pocahontas and the Powhatan Dilemma. This book is about Pocahontas and the Powhatans. It talks about her life and what happens on their journey. Camilla Townsend agrees that Autumn was subverted into Pocahontas to help and serve the backers and settlers of Jamestown. She also was interesting to observers within the government. I'm going to be talking about Pocahontas' life right before being taken, the journey, and the life she lives when she is taken. I'm also going to be talking about her and John Smith's relationship. I will be explaining why she was taken and what she was experiencing when she was taken from her family and home. I will also be including the war between the Powhatan tribe and the English. The author, Camilla Townsend, was born in Hamilton, New York. The college she attended was Rutgers University in New York. She pursued a PhD in comparative history. She decides to write this to discuss the inaccurate and racist myth about Pocahontas. She also talks about the Powhatan people and the colonization of Virginia Townwater region. These people are known as, I'm not completely sure how to pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. Sorry. And still don't know how to pronounce that. Every woman in Jamestown knows and feels as though they are always at risk of being kidnapped. They feel forced to do things to protect themselves and the people around them. So when the English went to Jamestown to take back weapons and prisoners that the Powhatans had stolen from them, they felt the need to protect themselves. While the English were there, they kidnapped Pocahontas. The only way for Pocahontas to be free was for her to return to Christianity and be baptized, as well as marry an Englishman. In the first week of April 1614, she publicly declared herself Christian, accepting baptism with the new name Rebecca, and married John Rothwell. With doing this, she caused a conflict between her and the English to be resolved. This was very helpful to her people, but hurt her in return. This war between the Powhatans and the English was caused by the two parties not agreeing on the land of the Townwater part of Virginia. Neither side would agree, causing them to fight over the land. The land originally was the Powhatans' tribes first, but the English wanted it. The Powhatans loved this land because it was by Chesapeake Bay and they would get newcomers. The English wanted it because of the land and it could help them grow the crops to make more money. This war caused them many deaths and defeatment of the Powhatan tribe. Then, many years later, in 1646, a peace treaty was made with the Virginia Company. She was clearly expressing profound sadness and anger, not required love. To many people, they believed that John Smith and Pocahontas loved each other, but that was false as expressed in this book. John made up a story about what happened between him and Pocahontas. He said that she stood up for him from the Powhatans. He also was telling people that she was telling Powhatans not to kill him. Looking back at the facts, this story was untrue because she was too young when he was saying she said these things. Many people knew, including the author, that John Smith was very good at making things up. With him lying, this causes many people to believe that she didn't love him. He had feelings for her, but it was not reciprocated. Pocahontas went through a whole lot with having to leave her family, friends, the war, and having to marry an untrustworthy man. She had to change her beliefs and had to learn the ways of the English. But with her doing this, she helped her people and was trying to do right by them. She had a very hard time, but knew this is what she had to do. Camilla Townsend did an amazing job proving that what she believes and proving her arguments to be true. She does a very good job giving her reasoning and her point of view, but she could have went into more detail about some of the information. Her adding more detail would have made it stronger. And then works cited.